right, a woman shot and killed by an ICE agent today. Those tensions running very high in the area of this incident. 11 Alive's Ron Jones joining us now in studio. Ron, a lot of people following this closely, including yourself. Can you walk us through what exactly we know at this hour?
Well, ladies, we know a lot of tension right there in Minneapolis. So within the last couple of hours, the Department of Homeland Security released a statement saying the woman was among a group of violent protesters who weaponized a vehicle and tried to run over an ICE officer. The agency went on to say that the officer feared for his life and for the life and the safety of the public. The woman in question was 37 years old, but her identity has not been released just yet. Now, this all unfolded today after DHS sent more than 2,000 ICE agents into the Twin Cities in what it's calling the largest DHS operation ever. One woman at the scene says that she heard the gunshots followed by a loud crash, and that's when she saw the woman's body lying on the street beside her vehicle.
And as I'm driving by, it was a red truck and nothing but the airbags and full of blood. And there was a body on the streets. It was a woman. They shot a mother this morning trying to flee from ICE agents.
All right, so at this point, the agency did not say whether the woman was an actual target for arrest by the agents. Now, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem described the incident as an act of domestic terrorism carried out against ICE officers.
This goes.
Now, let me say something before we get into more details about it. I see it very simply. If she's running away, not about to hit anybody, she's just running away, yes, you cannot just shoot her. That's understandable. I think we all can understand that. But if she's driving and looks like she's about to hit an officer or hit anybody, I can understand why she was shot. But we don't know any of the information yet, so let's just keep going and listening to more details about it.
To show the assaults that our ICE officers and our law enforcement are under every single day. These vehicle rammings are domestic acts of terrorism. We're working with the Department of Justice to prosecute them as such.
Well, there's a lot of video circulating on social media right now claiming to show the shooting in real time. This is what's circulating on social media. Now, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey says, quote, that he was referring to DHS, that they are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. And he says that he's seen the video and calls the officers' actions reckless. As you know, ladies, this is a developing story. Of course, we're going to provide you more updates as needed.
That's right.
Now, it's not surprising that whoever, if it was right or wrong, they're going to try to use it to say it's self-defense. So let's get over into this next video where it actually shows a little of the video. So let's get into it.
Context here. Why don't we just let you watch this? But we're going to do this in a very sort of deliberate way.
Yeah.
Let people know
Absolutely.
that this is video we're showing for the first time. You're not going to see it a lot on our air because we want to make sure that when we're showing it, we're doing it with a purpose. So there's no audio here as well, and you're going to see this sort of play out. So just a warning to those who may not want to see this. You can see the vehicle there. That's law enforcement pulling up in the pickup.
And it is the Honda Pilot that we should be focused on here. It's about a purplish reddish color here. So let's take a look.
Agent walking up. And then there's another agent. I don't know if you can see that one right there.
Yeah, three agents involved. One was kind of closer to the front of the vehicle. The other kind of pulled on that driver's side door handle.
All right, let's back that up a tad bit just so we can see it one more time.
Pickup.
And it is the Honda Pilot that we should be focused on here. It's about a purplish reddish color here. So let's take a look.
Agent walking
So as you see, you got one who's pulling on the door,
up.
one right in front before she pulls off.
And then there's another agent. I don't know if you can see that one right there.
Yeah, three agents involved. One was kind of closer to the front of the vehicle. The other kind of pulled on that driver's side door handle.
Yeah.
There as
So
well.
again, there's no audio here. We don't.
Now, from this point of view, because we don't know what the other cop's body camera is going to say, it does look like he could have moved out the way. It does look like he could have moved out the way. But that goes to question, if he can move out the way, should he, or should he jump out the way? Or if he feel like he just didn't need to, or did he truly feel like his life was in danger? But let's keep going.
Know what's being said. We don't know really anything else about this woman, other than we know that she was not the target of the initial investigation. That was confirmed by the police chief. But there are some other angles of this as well that are being looked at. So that's kind of one pass of the video. And again, Right. Okay. Thanks for letting us know. Sorry. So there is some audio to this, and if you go online, you can see. So now you can see the vehicle is crashed.
Yep.
And according to law enforcement here in the Twin Cities, that woman was shot, and then the vehicle drove into the snow there, as you can see. So this is kind of the aftermath right now. This video is turned the other way. We want to just show you. What's happening. We didn't have a lot on the front end of this, and every time we show video, we kind of like to show prior the incident and then as much after. But this is what we have, so we wanted to show it to you in full.
And this is also the first time that we are seeing this as well. So we're kind of just watching this together along with you. But as you can see there, you see all these houses and these homes along Portland Avenue. We know that this is a residential area. So again, we don't know much about this woman, just that she's 37 years old. We don't know if she was an observer, because that's the thing too. So a lot of these ICE agents were out there, and they say observers were out there as well. These are people that are just documenting what is going on. And so we know from the police chief's perspective, he just says that he knows that she was a woman that was in her car and she was blocking the road.
Yeah.
And that's about all the information that we know.
Okay, right. You let me know when this is played out completely, or how close we are. Oh, there's a couple minutes left, because I just wanted to also read, because we haven't had a chance to do this, the statement from Kristi Noem, Department of Homeland Security, if I could as well. Do you want me to do that right now, Ryan, or do you want me to wait just a minute? Okay. Okay. So let's just kind of watch this for a moment. Again, this is the aftermath.
I think we got the gist of everything that's happened. Let's look through it one more time just so we can see what we truly thought.
You can see the vehicle there. That's law enforcement pulling up in the pickup.
And it is the Honda Pilot that we should be focused on here. It's about a purplish, reddish color here. So let's take a look.
Agent walking up.
So as you see, you got the cop right there in front.
And then there's another agent. I don't know if you can see that one right there.
Yeah, three agents involved.
All right, y'all, tell me what y'all think. We're not going to watch the whole thing, because that's the main part that we want to know. What do you think? Do you think the officer was in his right to shoot the woman who was driving off? Was she trying to hit him? Was she just trying to flee? What are your thoughts on this whole situation? Let's go over into, you know how I like to do a little AI breakdown summary. So let's just see. So 37-year-old woman's name was Rena Nicole Good, and she was fatally shot by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement in South Minneapolis. The incident has triggered national attention and a sharp conflict between federal and local officers. So it happened at 9:30 a.m. near the intersection of East 34th Street and Portland Avenue, roughly 10 blocks from where George Floyd was killed in 2020. Wow. Victim identification. So Rena Nicole Good was a U.S. citizen and a resident of the neighborhood. Leaders stated that she was a legal observer of the federal actions and was not a target for the arrest. So that's why they say she wasn't a target of the arrest. She was a legal citizen. Witnesses in social media videos show agents approaching a burgundy Honda Pilot after agents tried to open the side door of the vehicle, reversed and then moved forward, and the agent fired approximately 3 shots through the windshield or the driver's side window, striking Good in the head. So conflicting narratives. This is what we're going to get into. So the federal account. So the Department of Homeland Security saying that it was an act of domestic terrorism. They claim Good weaponized her vehicle and attempted to run over officers while she was conducting a targeted immigration operation. Now, tell me what y'all thought. Now, we can only see one side of it until we get the body cam footage of the officer. Do you think she was really trying to run away, or... I don't know if escape is the good word, because she wasn't under arrest. So I'm trying to figure out why she was driving off. Local accounts, so the Minneapolis mayor and Tim Walz have explicitly called the federal narrative bullshit and propaganda. They cited the video footage they say shows the agent used reckless power and the vehicle was not being weaponized against them. Immediate aftermath. So you got some protests and unrest. A large crowd gathered at the scene, leading to clashes where the federal agents used pepper spray and tear gas. And then the governor has placed Minnesota National Guard on a warning order. demands for ICE to leave. So you got the mayor and senator who are demanding ICE to leave the city immediately. And then you got, so right now there is an investigation by the FBI and the Minneapolis Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. Now it's a crazy scene, crazy scene. I always do that backwards. It's a crazy scene. But let's think about what we saw. We saw that we had officers surround the vehicle. One tried to open it, one was standing in front of the vehicle. She tried to drive away. One officer was standing to the front, so you can technically call it in the front, but close enough to where I think he could have jumped out the way. But she technically did drive towards him. But is that enough for him to shoot or fear for his life? At the end of the day, it's how he felt. So if he can say that he feared for his life, okay. But what are your thoughts, y'all? Do you think that the ICE agent was in his right? Or do you think that it wasn't a dangerous enough situation for him to fire his weapon? It's a crazy situation no matter how you look at it, and it's a tragic situation that a woman lost her life. So we got to remember that. It's a tragic situation that a woman lost her life. Loss of life is always tragic. But the question is, was she trying to hurt the officer or was she just trying to leave? Do you think the officer was in his right to shoot? Like I said, if he truly feared for his life, felt like he couldn't get out the way in time, and he pulled the trigger, and I can't say much about that. But tell me your thoughts, y'all. Tell me if you disagree with anything I said. Absolutely crazy situation.